Good morning, Kevin Dorgan. I am with our FirstChoice team. I represent the marketing technology piece of it. I'm more of a consultant to our members. And we have with us today one of our best members when it comes to technology is JJ. Good morning, JJ.
How we doing, man?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again.
You too.
Let me start giving some background. You're part of Sizemore Insurance. Give me some history on you and the agency.
So Sizemore's been around for 45 years. It was a family-owned business. It's out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And I've been with the agency for 23 years. I started as a producer, have moved into managing our tech stack for the agency, then moved into, now I'm the sales manager of the agency, VP of operations. So I've grown with the company. We're just we decided really early on that we were going to be very tech forward in order to be able to compete. And so we were kind of ahead of the curve, I think, than some other agencies in our area. And that's where we are right now.
So JJ, as heading up the technology portion of Sizemore Insurance, what are some investments that you've done as the agency to improve efficiency, customer service?
Well, one of our big initiative this year was all about getting a onboarding process-driven hub that we could use. So we created a portal called Sizemore University. It's built off of the Teachable platform, and it's the place where any new employees that come in, they go through our onboarding process. So instead of the way it typically works is somebody would come in, they would sit with someone for a couple of weeks, they'd watch them work, and then they go back to their desktop and they'd have to figure out, hey, what did I just see a couple of weeks ago and can I do that now? Right. So we built out a platform that's what they do when they come in. And so they're already prepared. They have real world scenario training that's done within that. And then what we also have done is that is where all of our new processes live. So anything that's implemented within the agency, a course is written inside of Sizemore U. It is sent out to all our agents. We've got 6 locations, so it's really difficult to have everybody doing the same thing across all locations. And this allows for those processes to be done exactly the same, and everyone's getting the same training at the same time. So you get real good buy-in from everyone because there's no questions as how to do things.
Give me an example of a new technology that you've implemented.
Well, I'll say that I'll kind of go back to the Sizemore U. So one of the things that we started doing, we're using Scribe, okay, and we use Loom as our video training. And what's really cool with Scribe is we'll do the Loom training, we'll run Scribe in the background. It creates a visual aid, basically. So you have video, you have visual aid, and then we'll use ChatGPT or an AI to create the content. If there's a content that needs to be written, the real world scenarios, quizzes, essays, it's like a college course for, we don't just implement it out. We're like, all right, we're gonna make sure you understand it, you're gonna test on it. And so we use all 3 of those to create the courses that we're using within that portal.
What's the staff reaction to that at the Sizemore University?
They love it. It kind of, normally when you implement new processes or you say, we've got this new technology, especially if you have an aged staff, which we do because, we've had people that have been long tenured with us, right, they scoff because they're like, I don't want to do something else. I don't want new technology. I want to keep doing the things that I'm doing. But we make sure that any technology that we bring into the agency supports our people, our processes, or already technology that we have. And if it supports one of those, then we'll implement it. And the staff, because they're all getting the same training, and it's not just kind of, hey, there's just a new tech and you guys figure it out. They know exactly how to use it, and we already know that it's going to be more efficient. We have a huge buy-in with that.
Cool. You're part of our tech council. We started that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, I value your opinion, and actually the whole team there on the tech council. So as you've learned from the tech council, what have you learned that's changed your philosophy or things you've implemented differently?
Well, the cool thing about the tech council is, and I can say this because I've met all of them. We've met with them. The sharpest minds in insure tech right now across the country are part of our tech council. And any new technology that comes out, I can guarantee you that whoever brings up whatever that tech is, someone's heard about it, someone's tested it within their agency, someone's got a demo scheduled. And because we all have the same mind about how technology should be integrated within your agency, then I have full confidence that I can bring that into my agency, knowing the collective experience. I know we can bring that in, and I can feel good about having a positive impact on us.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What other tech improvements outside of Sizemore University? What other pieces of software or processes are you implementing now?
So, everybody's on the agency Zoom craze right now, right?
Yeah.
And so we've started agency Zoom, and me, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to automate it. We have a saying that duplication is an enemy of efficiency within the agency. And so you want to enter the information one time and then it go across all the different platforms. I want my sales agents out there selling and not, doing data entry. And so what we're doing is we're looking at agency Zoom and HawkSoft and trying to automate that. But we also use Meetleo is kind of where it starts for our commercial providers. You go to Meetleo, you create a list of whatever classifications of business you're trying to go after. You import that into agency Zoom with the click of a button. It goes through the pipeline. Now they're getting ready to, we're getting a proposal done now. So now you take that agency Zoom, it automates back into Wonderwrite. Wonderwrite does all of the commercial applications and the supplementals for the submission. And then from agency Zoom to HawkSoft, you're able to import that into HawkSoft without having to enter all that information. So what we're doing is trying to build that whole chain of events where you're only entering the information once, and it's automated through either third-party APIs on the back end or building a bot that's doing some things on the back end through AI. And so that's kind of what we're really, and then the other part of that, I think it's worth saying, so we use Monday, where we've created these customized dashboards for all of the data analytics for the agency. And it goes from the reporting from HawkSoft and the reporting from agency Zoom that goes into Monday. So we're trying to automate the reporting for real-time updates within the side of Monday. And so all of that right now is what I'm currently working on.
So JJ, as one of the things I've learned about you is you are a ChatGPT guru. So not only in your personal life, but in the agency, how have you adopted AI to, as well as the staff? Are they bringing themselves into the AI world?
Yeah, so it's been very slow to bring the staff on, because as I said, it's an aged staff and they were kind of scared of AI and, not wanting to use it. So what I started doing was we have a daily stand-up meeting, and I started bringing in little pieces of AI. I started doing pictures and then doing some video through Sora and stuff like that, kind of showing them what was capable. I'd put them in the pictures with like celebrities and that kind of stuff and saying, yeah, I created this, and kind of got them interested in it. They weren't scared. And then I showed them how to implement it for their just writing an email. Then I showed them how we could do premium summary and do, importing declarations pages, and then showing them how you can do last year's and this year's an email summary to a client, and how easy that was. I created custom GPTs that they could subscribe to, that they could use that, and so they're using it. And I would say that out of the 34, 35 people that we have right now, I would say that probably 95% of them are using it daily within the agency. And that's probably just within the last maybe 3 months.
So as a staff member, and this is a question we hear a lot, is AI going to replace my job?
No. When you were taking geometry or different math classes, you had to get a different calculator, right?
Correct.
You went from a regular calculator to a scientific calculator. That's all AI is. AI is a tool, and that tool it helps with efficiency, but that tool doesn't talk to a client. That tool doesn't have the interaction that's required for you to be able to build the type of business you want to build. That's a relationship business. Insurance will always be a relationship business. All the AI does is make you more efficient to concentrate on what matters most. What matters most is customer communication and building those relationships so that you can, maintain that business. That question gets asked to me all the time. Yeah. Is it going to replace me? AI is going to, especially because we're such a data-driven, and that's what AI does. I think it's going to change the industry. It's already changed the industry, but it's never going to replace a business that's based off of relationships.
JJ, I want to appreciate, I've always appreciated you, but thank you for doing this, and all the companies that you mentioned, they're out there on the floor. So.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go talk to some of them just to talk to them about different ways that they've helped us. And I'm a big advocate for any of the technology companies that FirstChoice takes in. I know what kind of rigorous research you guys do before just bringing something on to FirstChoice. We talk about it at the Tech Council, and then you guys try to get the strategic partnerships together, which is valuable for everybody that's a FirstChoice member. But like everybody that I mentioned are all our partners. Cool. So we know that it's vetted and all that kind of stuff. But thank you so much. I appreciate being part of this. It's fun.
Thank you, JJ.
Yeah.